Hey everybody, it's your boy Marcus Norman from Gentleman Style Podcast, your host of the number one podcast coming to you live in America. And today you all are in for an incredible treat. I have the amazing, this woman is just taking off and she's changing her community, one family, one household at a time. I'm not going to delay any further. Here we go. It's your boy Marcus Norman from Gentleman Style Podcast, your host of the number one podcast coming to you live in America. And today I have this fantastical, incredible, is that a word? It's a word today. Miss Charmine Davis. She is on a mission to create social change in the United States and across the globe. She created the Just Us app to help prevent police brutality. And she continues to foster this commitment as a professional member of the following organizations. She's a member of the Los Angeles County Psychological Association, the California Association of Marriage and Family Therapists, and the Association of Black Psychologists. Miss Charmaine is multi-talented, y'all. She is diverse, but her heart and her passion is she's the director of behavioral health services at the nationally recognized Jenesse Center, offering comprehensive support to victims of domestic violence and their children. Right off the bat, she already has a heart of gold and is absolutely changing the world and an impact visionary. Her academic achievements are extensive. And so today, this incredible woman is changing the game and she is coming to us on a Gentleman Style Podcast. Let's welcome Miss Charmine Davis. Yay! Woo!
Hello, and thank you for such a great welcome.
You are fantabulous. That is all you. I did absolutely nothing. That is all you, and I am inspired by you for what you're doing in the community. And so I thank you for everything.
Thank you, and you are so kind. Thank you so much too.
So thank you, of course. So let's dive right in. I gotta ask, what inspired the Just Us app? What inspired you to create this?
Well, I guess my inspiration was me trying to find a way to connect with my children, right? To keep them safe. Understanding that other mothers were feeling the same fears and anxiety that I was. We had this segment in time a few years ago where you couldn't turn the TV on without hearing or seeing some Black males usually who were having unfavorable experiences with police departments around the country, and it begins to put a fear in you for your children. I didn't want my children to live through my fears, right? I wanted them to enjoy life and have those experiences in life that were going to make them strong, that were going to teach them. And my son wanted a driver's license. And when he started talking about this driver's license for me, and I celebrate, I'm a mom that celebrates every milestone. It's like, what? You can hold your fork? What? You threw a football? We celebrate. And when he said, I want a driver's license, it was a few seconds, but it seemed like we were standing there for like 10 minutes. And I was trying to control my fears. I know I scared him because he looked, at me like, what is this look? What's happening right now? And I said, oh, a driver's license, So anyway, we had that conversation and I went to, I didn't sleep that night. I went to bed, I didn't sleep. And I thought to myself, how do I keep my son safe? How do I not stagnate him? Right? How do I allow him to grow into the amazing man that we know he can be, and other Black males that we know they can be, without putting so much fear in them that they're afraid to live? And I said, wouldn't it be nice if there was a way, if my children needed me, if my son was driving and he needed me, he could say, Mom, I need you right now, right? If he was pulled over, and I kept thinking, what if it was an app? What if it was some way that he could need help? And I can be okay as a mom if I know that my children are just safe, right? I'm not asking for any luxuries. I just for them to be safe. And that's where the idea came up with. And I said, what if it was some way that he could uh, not, we have that black conversation, if we want, we'll call it that. You keep your hands on the wheel, you keep your hand, you don't reach for anything. And I'm thinking, what if he could say, Mom, I need you? And I could know that, right? And when I first said that to a few people, they're like, oh, yeah, like the Batman signal or the SOS, I kept going in my mind, how can we connect? And that's where it came from. And that's what the app does. He doesn't have to reach for anything. He can say, Siri, just us help. And it automatically tells me where it opens up. It lets his contacts know that he needs help. It pinpoints where, so it's location. So it pinpoints where he is. And that's what I wanted to know, is that, we're in LA, everything's adjacent, right? Or wherever you are in the world. I can be to him in 15, 20 minutes, wherever he is, or a lesser time. And that's where the idea came from.
I absolutely love that. You all are tuning in to Gentleman Style Podcast. We have the incredible, amazing Miss Charmine, and she is dynamic. That's incredible. An actual app that you can just, it sounds like you can just use your voice and the app will notify you and let you know that either I'm okay, or I need help. Did I understand that correctly?
It's voice activated, with Siri. So you would say, because right now we're in iOS, we'll talk about that because we hope to put it in the Google store soon. But so it's 3 check-ins. It's check-in. It's help. Do you have the podcast there? The iPad, the app there? It's 3. It's help, it's heads up, and it's check-in, right? So you don't have to use, it's voice activated. So if you say, Siri, just us check in, for instance, it would check in and let the person know in their contacts, because you have 5 contacts, it'll let them know, hey, I'm just checking in, I'm okay, no problem. But if you say, Siri, just us heads up, it lets me know that there's not a problem at this moment. Get ready. There could be, I'm getting pulled over. I'm, whatever. I may anticipate needing your help. So, start getting ready. But if you say, Siri, just us help, it not only contacts your 5 people in your contacts, right? And then the locator will let us know exactly where you are. So I'm already on my way the minute it opens up. But it locates anyone within a couple of mile radius, it says, from you. It also will alert them that you need help. So if you are being pulled over, and I know we have this misconception, to me, this misconception that we're not teaching our children what to do when they're stopped, right? We're not telling them not to fight with police. We're not telling them, the things that they need to know. And I think that couldn't be further from the truth. I think that when folks are stopped by the police, you automatically, because of who we are and where we are, you're afraid. You start to panic and you don't act like your normal calm self that you would, if you didn't fear what would happen next. I think that's another thing that the app allows the person to do, is just be calm and be okay, because they know that someone is coming. Someone's going to watch. Someone is going to be here videotaping. And I know that there's been instances where we've seen videotapes, but they know their family, their loved ones are coming, and they can relax, because no matter what happens to them within that 15 minutes or 10 or whatever it takes for their family to get there, I think they pretty much will know that they're okay.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That's absolutely incredible. So already it's integrated with the 3 hot topics. It has help, heads up, and checking in. How often should someone check in? Is there a limit? Is there a time frame? Does it automatically ask the user, hey, it's time to check in? Can you explain how this is incredible? This imagery is incredible.
You know what? It doesn't. And it is just your relationship with your child or whoever it is that you're using. It could be your husband, your wife. But for me, I just ask my sons to just kind of let me know you're okay. If you've been gone for hours, just check. You don't have to push the little button to say check in. Just let me know you're okay. And so I guess that check-in time would be, kind of what you guys decide upon. But at least if if your son is at school or he's out, or your daughter, whatever, and you're gone for a few hours, we begin to worry. So I say, just say check in and that's it. I'm not asking you where you are because my son's like, mom, don't hover. I'm not asking you all of that. Just let me know you're okay and I can make it through the day.
I love that. That's absolutely incredible. We are going to go to a quick commercial break and we will be right back. We have the incredible, amazing app developer of the Just Us app. You guys stay engaged, stay tuned, and stay with us. We'll be right back.
I'm Marcus Norman, bringing fresh vibes to hot topics surrounding culture, relationships, business, finance, sex, dating, faith, and everything in between. Whether you're into passive income opportunities, trending topics and useful relationship tips, or dynamic guest speakers, there's something for everyone. You can expect all that and more every week. If you're down with this content, then consider joining our growing community by subscribing to Gentleman Style Podcast and smash the bell to get on our VIP list. Your support means the world. Thanks for watching. Link to my channel.
Hey, everybody. We are back to Gentleman Style Podcast. We have the incredible Charmine Davis, and she is absolutely dynamic. She's a wonderful woman who has created this incredible app for us, by us, and of course, it's Black owned. So we want to get behind her and what she's doing. It is absolutely necessary to get on board. She just explained how this amazing app works and connects you to your loved ones. And she is breaking it down and spilling not all the tea, but most of the tea. I love it. This is absolutely what we need in the community. Miss Charmaine, what is an obstacle that you had to overcome when creating this app? Were there any obstacles, if any, and what did you have to overcome when creating this app?
I can't really say it was so much there was obstacles. We talked about how my son came in and, he kind of, it's what prompted me to just really come up with this idea. But it wasn't until, and the idea kind of lay dormant because I was trying to figure out, just really put things together as to how this can work, right? But he then came in and was like, because I was able to stall about the driver's license, like, I don't have the social, we need this and that, I was just dragging my feet. And my son came in one day and he says, I'm a social, I'm ready to go. And my heart just fell. First of all, that he went and found a social, but so
he motivated.
He was ready to drive. And so I immediately got on the phone with Candace, who kind of helped to spearhead everything, right? She is so amazing. And I took my ideas to her and I said, what, because she had worked on some other apps that I knew of that were just phenomenal. And so I said, Candace, this has to happen. How can we make this happen? And she's like, no problem. Whatever it is, we'll make it happen. Right. And so obstacles, I guess, a lot of testing went into it. And she could, too bad she's not on here. She could talk more about the the tests that they had to do. I'm losing the word that they did a lot of research basically behind it. And of course, I funded it out of my pocket because I really thought it was so important because I see mothers all the time. As a psychotherapist, and we pretty much have the same fears, especially in today's climate. We have so many fears. And so just funding it, I did it again out of my own pocket. And so, and then, waiting for the research to be done and testing and all of those things. So there weren't obstacles. It was a process.
Absolutely. How much did the app cost to make? And you can give us a ballpark. Doesn't have to be exact figures.
So it was around 40. I think around 40,000. And I'll check in with Candace, but I'm pretty it was between 30 to 50, I'm going to say, because we had when you're testing it, you have to go back and change things, and folks charge by the hour. So it was not more than 50. It definitely wasn't under 40. So it was in their ball range.
Perfect. And that's and how much does it cost the subscriber?
So there's two ways you can do it. You can either pay $4.99 a month, or you can pay $49.99, and it's for the whole year. And because there's so many costs associated with the app, and making the app, money in that kind of lets things live stream and things of that nature. It costs money. And again, for me, it was worth it, because when I'm thinking to myself, there's plenty of apps out there, right? Siri and things of that nature. But we are skeptical sometimes, and we should be. But this app was created by us, right? It was made by us, and it was made for us. So we don't have to put our safety and our mental health and all of those things, and our families' safety in other people's hands. Why not put it in our own hands, right? Why not take this app and globally and take care of ourselves for once, and not worry about who's going to treat us fairly? You know what I'm saying? And I am like totally not anti-police at all. My son actually wanted to be a cop. But I think this app saves all of us, right? It has, if it's like, if it comes to the point where someone has to say help, right? And the police are there and the driver is there, folks are coming to videotape and peacefully videotape. And it shows every angle. So you don't have to wait for this angle to come out on the news and that angle. We have every angle right there, and it saves everyone there.
That's incredible. You all are tuning in to Gentleman Style Podcast. We have the incredible app developer herself, Miss Davis, and she is actually, this is a nonprofit, y'all. This is a nonprofit, and this nonprofit has been supported by her and her team. And so it is absolutely phenomenal. It is keeping sons, daughters, mothers, everyone at peace, because we have to protect ourselves. I dare I say it, this app could have saved Trayvon Martin. This app could have been there for George Floyd and all the others who have gone and lost their lives. And this app is at the precipice of it. When did the app when did you start? When did you first bring out the app? I believe it was in August.
Yeah, we actually launched the app August 28th, and it was a really significant day for us, because it was the commemorative day for when Martin Luther King made the speech, "I have a dream," and this was our dream, right? Our dream is to be safe. Our dream is to take care of one another. So that date was really significant to us, and we wanted to launch on that date.
So tell us. I wanted to ask. I see this app not just being for mothers and sons, but someone who suffers from domestic violence. And you work in the domestic violence organization. Can this app be used for someone in a domestic situation, or just generally feel in danger or feel unsafe?
You know what? This app, no matter how it came about, can be used for so many different things. We've had folks reach out to us. A college student, for instance, she was walking and it was dark, and she was like, "I felt so safe having this app." If you were in a home and you were dealing with domestic violence, I mean, it wouldn't be anything for you to either say, sir, and have your family know that you needed help, and that pinpoint, so your family, so no one can come to the door and say, "She's not in here," or "He's not in here, and there's no problem here." You can say, "Look, this is the app that to the police, this is the app that came, that's a signal for help, and I know someone is in there that needs help." You know what I'm saying? It's like Find My iPhone, not right? It pinpoint exactly where you are. So it can help in any situation.
So let's say I'm in a uncomfortable situation, and I notify and I use the help feature and I call for help. What is the first thing that app does? What's the app going to do?
So if we're escalated already to when we are really in danger and we need help, if you say, Suri, just us help, it's going to open up. It's going to ding the 5 contacts that you have, and the location is going to come on immediately. So they know where you are that very second, right? It's live streaming. So it can see everything that's going on. And let's say the phone becomes dislodged, it can still hear everything that's going on because it's open at that point. The live stream and the ding that went to your 5 contacts is now going to everyone within a 2-mile radius that also has Just Us, the app. So they know that there's someone within a 2-mile radius that needs some help. And that's where collective community comes in, right? Because we're watching each other. We're policing our own communities, right? And taking care of each other. So if anyone within the 2-mile radius is going to get that ding, and we felt like that's a big enough radius that someone would say, okay, it's only 2 miles. Let me get there. I can get there in a second, right? So it automatically, when you need help, it's going to people around you plus your contacts. So no matter what you're going through at that moment with that person, with these people, someone is on their way. And they can do if they want to your phone. They can take your phone, do whatever whatever has to happen to your phone, because your family already has your location and they are on their way.
I love that. I love community. Right.
Yeah.
And that's what this app is about. That's what this nonprofit is about. It is about community and allowing us to support. We have to protect ourselves. We have to get in the forefront of this and get ahead of this. And no one is going to police us the way we police us better. So we have to do it. And you are the tip of the spear. You are amazing. Oh my gosh. We got one more commercial break. We will be right back. And stay tuned, guys. Stay engaged. This is amazing. And this is what's necessary in our community. We have the incredible Charmine Davis, CEO, head of her nonprofit, Taking Charge. Be right back.
Are you a local business looking to offer your customers easy access to cash without having to travel miles? We're here to help. At Norman Legacy Investments, we provide free ATMs with free installation that provide a suitable investment for your business. Even better, we offer you some profit sharing and handle everything from start to finish. Just reach out to us today to schedule a free consultation.
Hey guys, this is Marcus Norman and incredible, amazing, super fragilistic y'all didn't expect that, Miss Charmine Davis and the Just Us app team. And she is incredible. We're going to take a question from our audience. Miss Charmine, Miss Shanique Henry asks, is the app available in all states or is it only available in the United States?
No, the app is available in every state within this country, and it's available in every country around the world. We have folks who have downloaded this app in many countries. It's available. It's a native app, so it's available all over the world.
Woo! Look at that. And what? So is this only? I think you said it earlier. You mentioned this earlier. It's only right now. It's only available for Apple.
It is. So right now it's in the iOS stores, but we are working really hard attaining our non-profit status and raising money to move it over. It won't take a lot to move it over, but I'm just kind of recovering from the $50K already spent on one side. So we're getting there. We're working really hard in the other side.
Absolutely. And that's a great question, Shanique. Absolutely fantastic question. If you didn't ask it, I was going to ask it myself.
And just so you know, some of the places that folks have downloaded it was Russia and England, Turkey. Folks have downloaded it already all over the country, all over the world.
Woo! Global. We are global. I love it. This is a community-based app, y'all. You're not going to get this anywhere else except on Gentleman Style Podcast today. And we are here to change the world one community at a time. When is the best time for I guess I'm trying to think of the best way to say this politically, because I've been getting in trouble lately with Google Analytics. What's next for you? What's in store? What do you have coming up for the future?
I want to, of course, get Just Us in the Google stores. We're trying to now work on and figure out how do we help, right? How do we get the attention of our communities? Because the reality is the more people that download this app, the safer we'll be, right? That 2-mile radius is really a short space when everyone has the app, opposed to, dang, someone 5 miles might have had this app, but they didn't come, So we are trying to just go on a campaign to get more people to download the app. What we would love to do is partner and make some partnerships and see mental health come into play. How do we get that just to be able to help with those issues? Because this is a mental health issue, right? All this worrying we do about our loved ones, it takes its toll. And how do we incorporate a legal side for this so that when folks are, have unfavorable interactions with the police, how can we help them? So we're just trying to figure out how do we grow app so that it's really, really a tool and a help in our communities.
Absolutely. So you said a legal side to this. What can you break that down for me and my audience when you say you want a legal side to this app?
We're just entertaining partnerships with how do we, for instance, if you do have an unfavorable encounter with the police, would that be a fund available so that we can get an attorney to you if you are put in jail, for something like this, and just help you in terms of understanding your legal rights. Again, I say that I know that folks, when they get stopped by the police, there is a protocol and you should follow these things. But I also know that a lot of times it's a fear, right? It's a fear of what's going to happen if you take away all of my control and put my hands behind my back. What these folks are trying to breathe. You know what I'm saying? It's that fear, that debilitating fear that's saying to you, it's fight or flight at that point. You don't know what's going to happen once you're so vulnerable that your hands are locked behind your back. So we're just trying to get that mental health help, some legal help, some awareness to the community in terms of what this is for us, what this means for us. How can we peacefully be respected as human beings and have all the rights that everyone else has? How can that just be our lives?
That is so true. That is so true. I wish I had known about this app sooner. I remember an uncomfortable situation where it was the middle of the night. I got pulled over, and just out of for no reason, I got pulled over because I identified with something that the police said there was a suspicious man in the neighborhood or the area. I was just driving through on my way home, but it was late at night. I'm a black man, and it was just an uncomfortable situation being pulled over. It was dark, it was late, and then one cop car pulled me over, and then before I knew it, 2 others pulled up, and it was completely uncomfortable. Luckily, nothing happened. I'm here today to say that nothing happened, but I remember it was just a precarious situation. Several cops. I'm in a dark area. I'm away from a major highway. No one can see me. If anything happened, who would know? And so this app, we all have to get behind you and support you and really join the movement here. How can we what's your favorite way to give back to the community? I know the app is a big give back, but what other ways do you enjoy giving back to your community?
Other ways I enjoy giving back is doing mental health. So I do a lot of mental health help and I see clients who otherwise in certain circumstances they wouldn't have mental health help, right? And having what's really is scarce for us, especially in our communities, is having folks competent enough, right? to give help in certain neighborhoods. So be able to be competent to do diverse work, the work that I do is really one of my give backs. So that's one thing I love to do. I love to do my psychotherapy and just anything I can. I'm a person that I'm a community oriented person. So however I can give back to the community is what I do.
I love that. What's your favorite book, or what book would you recommend every man or woman read?
Let me tell you one book that I think anyone who can read, understand, and it gives you so much knowledge is Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome by Joy DeGray. That book opens up so much knowledge in your mind, and you have one of those aha moments like, this is it. The book really talks about how what has happened in our past and how those implications are here today, right? And some of the things that have happened to us in our lives that are still happening to us that we now overlook, right? It just talks to you and gives you so much knowledge. I mean, I think The New Jim Crow was a great book I really love, and we definitely want to make sure that when we have these conversations with our children, that we're giving them age appropriate information, right? Something that they can understand. But I think by us reading books like Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder, Post-Traumatic Stress Syndrome, I'm sorry, when we read these kind of books and we arm ourselves with the knowledge, then we can give this information to our children.
Love that. Love those.
Mhm.
Awesome book. Awesome book. I have to check out all of those. I have to get on board. So I am behind the curve. Excuse my blackness. I need to catch up. You also have something else. There's a movie coming down the line.
No, I'm not sure, but I know I know I've talked about, and this, you have to see this. You have to see this movie, but it's a Netflix movie. American Son. Kerry Washington was in this movie. If you see this movie, when you see it, you will say, this is the purpose for this app. It just shows how things can go wrong so quickly and how we can lose our children and not even know where they are. And it's called American Son. And once you see this movie, you have to tell me what you think about it. But I always tell people, you want to know some big significance, because Kerry Washington, in this movie, she plays a mother whose son, is having some issues. But she talks about what you and I had talked about earlier about these fears that a mother has, right? And she's a kind of well-to-do mom in this movie, but she still has the same fears. She talks about how she would go to his room and just listen to him breathe. And we have those fears. We don't know when the next, when our babies leave the house, when we're going to see them again. It's real.
Wow. How can my audience connect with you? How can we support you, uplift you, and get behind what you're doing?
All of those addresses that you have, the Instagram, Facebook, the website, just our email address. We will definitely keep you posted, keep everyone posted as to when we're able to get this app into the Google store, because we've had such overwhelming support from us. You put it in the Google store. But we'll keep you posted with everybody. Stay tuned. Reach out to us on Instagram. Show your love on Facebook, Twitter. We have a Twitter as well. And just stay connected as a community. That's what we can do. We need to stay connected.
We absolutely do. And again, you are the tip of the spear. You are leading the way. And I thank you, sister. I thank you for everything that you're doing, everything that you're going to do, about to blow up, take off. And I appreciate you. I want you to know from the bottom of my heart, I want to say first, please don't give up. Please don't ever give up. We need you. And we are influenced and inspired and changed by you each and every day. And so I thank you for what you're doing. Please don't ever give up.
I will not. And I appreciate you because without you, there couldn't be a me, right? Without folks stepping up saying, hey, let me be this platform, let me be this bridge to connect. And that's what you're doing. So your work is just as important. And I appreciate you more than you know.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And thank you all for tuning into the Gentleman Style Podcast show. And thank you for supporting, and thank you for tuning in. Please, again, check out those links. Connect with Miss Charmine and her team. We have to uplift this woman and what she's doing. So like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, take care of your friends, take care of your family, and take care of business. This is Marcus Norman and Miss Charmine Davis signing off. We love you guys. Bye.